What if I told you guys there was a game that was very similar to 7 Days to Die, but all related to space? Oh yeah. We're going to talk about a game called Empyrion, Galactic Survival. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with this game, and for some reason, I keep coming back. Even though it has its problems, I still find myself trying to play this game. There's just something about this game that brings me back, the feeling it has, the amazing things that it features. It's truly insane. So why I say this game is very similar to 7 Days to Die is simply because that it uses the same engine. You can dig underground, you build bases and spaceships exactly like you would in 7 Days to Die, just at a larger scale. The world is massive. There are millions and millions of different planets. Now some of them are cookie-cutted planets and some of them look the same as each other, but over the years of Empyrion changing and updating things, they have taken a massive improvement over the years, and I'm quite happy to see that. Now, I am a massive fan of space in general. I've seen almost every space TV show, every space film. I love space, especially when it comes around to movies and games. And for the longest time, I've been searching for the best space game, and I've tried No Man's Sky, I've tried Empyrion, I've tried a lot of space games, and I must admit, the only game that I have enjoyed by far has been Empyrion. And of course, we have to talk about the hate relationship I have with this game. Oh boy. As much as I love this game and how much fun I've had with it, some of the bugs in this game can absolutely drive you crazy. This game is quite grindy, especially when you're trying to build your spaceship and you're doing all this stuff and you're traveling through the universe. There's been a couple of times where I've lost my ship entirely due to the fact that when I've gone over to another planet, my ship will just magically disappear and then I'm stuck floating in space like a lost soul. And then all that work that I did building that ship has just gone out the window. But I have to add that this is my multiplayer experience. If you would have to get this game, I highly recommend you play single player before jumping onto multiplayer, because I'm pretty certain that all those issues I had was very much related to the multiplayer of servers. I had multiple problems as timeouts, disconnections, bugs, crashes, porting to planets breaking, game errors, lots of problems on the multiplayer servers. I haven't really played this game in single player, so I can't speak for that entirely, but I do think that the problems were multiplayer exclusive. The developers of the game have been active and have been updating this game for many years now. The game is actually out of early access, which I was very upset when that actually happened, because this game still has lots of issues that still can classify it as an early access game, which again comes up with a whole lot of new problems. Is that when you come across a problem in game, you can't say, hey, because it's early access there's problems. Now there is no excuse. If there's a problem, they shouldn't have had that to begin with. So I think that this game being out of early access has been a major problem, especially for me, because it just feels like every time you run into a problem, it just feels like there's no excuse for it, if you know what I mean. I also find the developers a little bit rude to their users and Discord members. They are very straightforward and treat you like you don't know anything. So I have noticed that a lot. The Discord isn't a really great place to do things, to chat with anybody or say anything. If you want to report problems, then I recommend you check out their forums and report the problems there if you're playing the game, I guess. All in all, I recommend this game to an extent, and I wanted to make this video to kind of show people about this game. I do think it is quite underrated, and I think that if more people know about it, the more people play it, the more people who report problems, the more chances of things getting fixed. Now, again, this game has been out for years now, and I only discovered this game about maybe like 3-4 years ago, and when I did, I was so happy because it was the only space survival game that actually fulfilled that desire of being in space and having a little base on every planet and teleporting around and all that. Yeah, so if you are a 7 Days to Die player, I highly recommend this game. Check it out, see if you like it. Now try ignore all my complaints about the game and try it out for yourself and see if you experience this stuff. Over the years of playing games and even hosting servers and whatnot, I have realized that sometimes some people can be really bad luck, and these problems can be one person specific, even a group of people specific, because it's just the way it is. And I highly recommend you try this game out for yourself and see if you like it. If you like space games, if you like 7 Days to Die, you will love this game. There is something else I wanted to discuss with you. I thought about doing it in another video, but I felt that this might be quite fitting. Now, we all know as 7 Days to Die players that there is other games that the Fun Pimps are working on. And I really think, now clip this so in a couple of years time you're going to say, hey, Mr. Reach, you were wrong, or Mr. Reach, you were right. I really think that the Fun Pimps might be working on an Empyrion-like game. Why do I think that? Because the Fun Pimps are ambitious developers. Like, for instance, Zombie Apocalypse Survival. It's an ambitious game, especially when you can dig in different areas and you can go underground. It's an ambitious game. No one else does these games. No AAA. It's a hard game to do. And the only thing that gets more ambitious than a Zombie Survival is a space game. Now, Empyrion is got all those perks to an ambitious game. It has its issues, but I really think that the Fun Pimps are working on an space game. Now, I have no information on this, guys. I am completely speculated here. I have no inside information. I don't know anything. I just think that the Fun Pimps might be working on something like this. Heyo, you sexy bastards. Guys, check out my Patreon. It helps out so much with the channel. The revenue on YouTube sucks so much, so when patrons come in and, you know, give me $1 or so, really helps out a lot. But if you can't do that, that's fine, don't worry. It's all free anyway, isn't it?